this decade, we have actually garnered about 25% compounded annual growth rates, which itself is quite impressive. But what I'm really excited about is the future, because I think the next decade is going to generate and demonstrate even stronger growth trajectories.
In small molecule chemistry, we have been successful as world leaders because of our quality assurance. Same thing will be repeated, in my opinion, in biopharmaceuticals, particularly in protein therapeutics. We have tremendous experience and knowledge about standards that are to be set for protein therapeutics. With that, I think we would have a commanding position as world players in biopharmaceutical industry.
India is poised to be a major player on the world stage as far as biopharma is concerned. Why do I think that? If you look back over the last decade or so, process innovation, manufacturing innovation in places such as Bharat Biotech, Shanta Biotech, etc. have resulted in us producing vaccines and immunologicals at a very low cost.
With the know-how that are being accumulated in various pharma industries as well as some of the upcoming biotech companies, I think India should be able to take on a leading role in biosimilars as well. And there are a number of opportunities, number of biologics that are going off patent, and that presents an excellent opportunity for Indian companies to take the lead in biosimilars as well.
In the past decade, the country has developed unique strengths in research and development, including process innovations and collaborative drug discovery, in preclinical and clinical studies with diversified patient populations, in GMP-certified scalable manufacturing facilities, in bioinformatics products and skill sets. These capabilities will support the industry's rise as a major supplier of affordable biotherapeutics for world markets. And across India, corporate leaders, business collaborators, and academic scientists are unanimous in their appraisal that the country's environment is now conducive to scaling up research, manufacturing, and investments.
So let's look at India in the last 5 years simply by the publication record. The number of quality publications that we have produced is probably now getting closer to China, Japan, and Brazil. We are not yet there in the United States, but we'll be there. So that component, which is seeding discovery, is there, is getting there. Now what that means is actual drug discovery, whether it be biosimilars or whether it will be small molecule drug discovery, can take off on this foundation. So what does this require? This requires bridging that relationship.
So we now have a very good environment for fruitful collaborations between academic research and the biopharma industry. Speaking from my own experience, we look at the neural basis of autism and stress disorders. And this line of research has given rise to novel targets and novel assays, which are perfectly positioned for meaningful collaborations with biopharma industry. For example, I already have very exciting partnerships with Pfizer in the US and Servier in France.
I believe biologics manufacturing is going to play a huge role in the biotech industry in India. At Biocon, we've certainly invested large amounts of capital into both insulins manufacturing as well as monoclonal antibody manufacturing, two critical areas which occupy the global market space. We've been helped in this by several suppliers of key equipment having located either their R&D or servicing centers in India, and this will augur well for other people who want to set up these kind of facilities. And again, we think that India will be a source for products globally in the biologic space.
So far, most of the experience with Indian companies has been developing products and setting up manufacturing facilities to cater to the Indian and emerging markets of the world. The next step that we need to take is, of course, addressing the Western markets or the developed markets, which are really the largest markets, and that's where you can make a big impact in terms of value to your own company as well as at a national level in terms of the size of the business, in terms of the total investment, and really making India as a global player.
To meet their growth potential, Indian corporates today need coordinated support from the government in establishing an ecosystem that enables entrepreneurship and innovation.
A lot of Indian new companies and new entrepreneurs are coming in this area. So it is not only in terms of the products, but it is also in terms of the number of companies, number of new incubators that are coming up, and government's proactive role also will also contribute to the development of this industry.
What we need to do is to support it with strong infrastructure, with very innovative policies that keep focusing on this sector and its specialized needs.
Because ultimately it is a political will in any industry which drives the growth of that industry.
On its part, the government has set lofty targets for the industry to be among the top 5 producers of biopharmaceuticals in the world by 2020 and to have a 10% share of the global biosimilars market. India can and India will succeed in delivering cutting-edge biotherapeutics for the world.